that's exactly what happened in my sister's case, and I'm sure it's the same thing for many women. There is no way to explain or show or validate what they're feeling. My sister kept talking about it, and they said she's having phantom pains. She's doing this because she wants to be given more opioids. She's an addict now, and that's what addicts do. But the pain was there. I remember her complaining and complaining and complaining. And then eventually she came over to Dubai, and then one female doctor was able to identify that she actually had fibroids that were hidden behind somewhere in her uterus. I'm not an expert in the female anatomy, but she kept talking about it. But none of the doctors, nobody caught it for years.
Let's Talk DXB. Real conversations by real people. We've made it in the Let's Talk DXB studio. Thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Me.
You're welcome. Now, obviously, I always start with getting to know the guests. We've spoken a little bit, but I think anyone that's listening or watching, it'll be really good to just learn a bit more about you. And then we'll go into the great thing that you're about to launch as well.
Okay. So what do you want to know?
Everything. No, joking.
Okay, my name is Foghor.
Yeah.
I'm originally Nigerian, but I left Nigeria about 17 years ago now.
Oh.
First stop was Monaco to get an MBA.
Oh, right.
Lived there for about 4.5 years, and then started consulting, which took me around the world. And like I was saying earlier, Dubai is the 12th place I'm calling home.
12.
And I think it's going to be home for a long time, you know. Being Nigerian and traveling around is another story, I think, for maybe another session.
I was like, how did you navigate that? Because that is a topic in itself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going around with my Nigerian passport, which was a
good.
challenge to get out of Nigeria in the first place. But we're here now.
Yes.
My background has been in launching new businesses for clients, which explains why I traveled a lot. But then I segued or took a turn in a change of direction into startups. It was just by chance. Someone reached out to me on LinkedIn and asked if I could help them launch a new business in the region, Southeast Asia, where I was back then. So I got into doing all of that. Then COVID struck and everything.
The COVID days.
Yeah, exactly.
What did that look like for you then?
It was fun for me because my personality, I like being indoors. So when it was COVID, there was no reason to give any excuses why I'm not attending parties or why I'm not going to do this or that. So I was like, good, the whole world can just leave me the hell alone now.
Yeah.
So when COVID happened, I decided, okay, there's nothing happening in the world, but Singapore was open. So I moved over to Singapore. I wanted to become a founder. And then I quickly found consumer tech wasn't what I wanted.
Okay.
So I took a pause, spent a couple of months trying to figure out what I wanted. And I ended up commercializing deep tech IPs. So basically, it's a situation where you work with scientists and innovators in universities and research institutes, taking what they come up with in the lab and then trying to find use case application in everyday life. So that's important for what I'm building now.
I'm literally thinking the same,
because basically what it did was it became a good foundation for me to understand technology and understand how technology can impact several use case applications. In this case, healthcare, which has been something that I really like because I feel deep tech has the ability to improve the quality of life we live in. And in terms of longevity and the quality of life we live, it's a good way.
Wow. Oh, gosh, you've done a lot.
It's not a good enough answer. I'm
yeah,
not too sure.
You've done a lot. That is very impressive. And you've been in Dubai for, you said, a year and a half? Almost 2 years coming
It will be 2 years in January.
Yeah,
I literally just renewed my visa today. So they took my blood out of my hand today.
Wow, okay. So you're here for a bit longer, yes.
Yeah, I think I do like Dubai. I mean, like I said, I've bounced around a lot, but this is it's one of the few places I've actually felt like I could stay for a long time.
Yeah.
I think because it's the proximity to the UK where I've got family and in Nigeria as well where I've got family. And the food here is great.
We're spoiled.
I really like the food. I eat a lot of meat and a lot of lamb. So
the food is good. Yeah. It's good. And I think it's very entrepreneurial, Dubai. I've been here for a long time, 13 years. But the more new people that are coming, people that are setting up their businesses, it's very much an ecosystem for supporting that because it feeds into the economy. And I think Emiratis themselves, family businesses is the staple and foundation for most of the Emiratis that I've come across. So I think it's good in terms of the field that you're in. You've always been in startups, SMEs, and obviously now you're a founder yourself. So I'd like to talk about what you've started and your why. So I'm just going to sit back and listen because I think it's so impressive.
Okay, is this the part where I get toilet paper so I don't cry?
Oh, I haven't got any tissues.
Well, basically, I started Yuthera.
Yuthera, yeah.
Because of a personal situation and also looking at the state of things in healthcare for women. I'll start with the personal side of things.
Yeah.
I've got an elder sister who, right from when we were kids, always had experienced dysmenorrhea, which, for those who don't understand what that is, painful periods.
Okay.
She went through all of that, right, when she was a kid, up to when she became an adult, and then when she started having kids, it was also a complication for her. Now, there's lots of women who go through similar situations where they have uterine-related discomforts or pelvic-related discomforts. In my sister's case, it led to her carrying her first child full term and then losing her first child after birth, minutes after birth. So,
oh gosh,
there was a whole lot of complication that could have been avoided if companies like Yuthera existed back then. Now, all of that meant she had to go through surgeries. If you look at her history, she's done 9 surgeries so far.
9?
Yeah. She's been through different diagnosis, misdiagnosis, cycles of checking to see what's done, or they tell her there's nothing wrong with you, you're making it up. So in the end, she was put on painkillers that, as everything else that the body, that's external to the body, after a while, the body starts to accommodate it.
Yeah.
So what then happened was they had to keep upping the dosage of the painkillers. And then you get to a point where it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then they move over to the almighty opioids.
Whoa. And that was the solution for this?
That was the only solution that could give her some sort of respite. So she started it. It's not like she had an addictive personality. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
But around the same period, we lost our father in a car crash.
Oh, so sorry.
And the morning before it happened, she had an argument with him, so she never got to settle it. So due to unfinished business and what just happened, she found sort of an escape with the opioids. So opioid abuse started. The doctors didn't catch it. And one thing, it's not just common with African doctors or her doctor, even in the US, even in Europe, patients are put on opioids and they understand how to give them the dosage, control it. But I don't think there's any sort of method or technique or kind of program that helps people that have been using opioids step away from it after the treatment has been concluded.
It's a good point, actually, the process to help them wean off it because they've been so dependent. Yeah, I don't think I've heard about that, actually. Yeah,
so what then happened was my sister fell into opioid abuse, and then it led to further complications. And she's just been put under and cut several times. She's actually in Dubai now. She's been in Dubai for about almost 3 months now. Because she had complications that had to be dealt with here. I won't, to respect her privacy, I won't talk about it here, but all of that just made me stop and pause. I'm like, okay, look, I've got the ability to understand technology and how it can impact positively situations that people go through. So I focused on understanding how we could use any kind of technology out there to not treat the conditions, the underlying conditions, but offer some sort of relief.
Okay.
Because if you look at the whole trajectory, there's illnesses, there's the pain, and then there's the solution for it. Now, the problem with healthcare as it is a whole lot of solutions have been built based off the male anatomy, not the female anatomy.
So right, yeah.
So before science and medicine can get to the point where they can offer cure and treatment to people like my sister, there has to be something. So that's where Yuthera comes in. We offer relief until science and medicine catches up with those things and how they can fix it.
Wow.
Yeah. I know, a lot to unpack in there.
I mean, your purpose and your why is so strong. I mean, we've spoken, but hearing it again, I'm like, whoa, that is a lot. And for you to see it firsthand, but also as a man, take charge to be like, there must be something else that can be done. Yeah. How have you found that journey? Because I know you haven't fully launched yet, right? You're still in them. We'll talk about that kind of process and when it will go live, hopefully. But how have you found that journey and support as a male talking about these areas?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I must say is I attended the Women's Health Week in the UK recently. Yeah. One thing I must say is being in that environment made me realize one thing I haven't experienced in a while. there is such a collaborative air when you look at female tech founders, because they feel they've been marginalized. So there's this level of collaboration that I haven't experienced. Normally when you're around fellow males, it's just egos.
Yeah, you don't get that.
Faking it till we make it and all that. But with women, they genuinely are interested in what you want to do.
Wow.
So there's this one word I think it's going to be like one of our pillars, and that word is allies. So I've been trying to build allies, with people in the ecosystem, from gynecologists to clinicians to other female femtech founders, and it's been remarkable how collaborative these people are. But there's one thing I missed out in the previous my previous answer.
Yeah.
How I arrived at this was trying to understand not what the system can offer, but what is outside of the system that can be brought into the system. Yeah. So the proverbial thinking outside of the box, or outside of the system in this case. So I used to experience lower back pains. I still have them now, but not as chronic as before. Yeah. And the only way I was able to get rid of it was through traditional Chinese medicine when I was based in Singapore.
Okay.
So I was thinking, if after going through a series of physiotherapy, meeting different chiropractors, I still had this pain. Yeah. But then 2 sessions with a TCM sorted out my pain. There has to be something that can be transferable to the female anatomy.
So good.
So I use that. I can't divulge how we use it, because
that's your secret. Yes,
source.
Of course, yeah.
But taking traditional medicine into consideration and understanding their methodologies and how they applied to pain transmission, we were then able to marry it with an existing technology, TENS technology.
Wow.
To then see, okay, if we send pulses, signals, and charges to this point and blah, blah, blah.
Yes, yeah.
Blah, blah, blah is the secret source. Yeah, we should be able to give a minimum of 5 hours pain relief. And if you think about it from the perspective of productivity of the female in the office,
correct.
If you're able to give them 5 hours back in their day where they're not crouched over,
huge difference.
Worried about the pain, that's like 60% that you're giving back to them, 60-70% you're giving back to them. Yeah.
So how long has that research phase been for you to get to this point? Because I just hearing you, there's a lot of thought, there's a lot of detail around it. Obviously applying your own personal experiences, different types of medicines or treatment methods that might be suitable. What has that looked like in terms of building this?
Well, it's been and it still is a challenge,
always, Yeah.
It's been a journey for about 2.5 years now.
Okay.
And a lot of money has gone into it, personal money that might lead to bankruptcy.
Yes, but it will pay off.
Amen.
Like what you're doing, it will pay off.
It has to, not just for me, but for my sisters and women out there that need this device. So we've spent the 2.5 years building testing, doing different beta tests. We carried out a test in Pakistan to understand if basically what we felt in theory would actually work, and it did work, and it was remarkable. The results we got were really, really promising, were really encouraging. So we decided to go full force into it. We didn't want to stop there because addressing pain relief is one thing, but being able to tackle the gaps in the system, which in one way is giving pain relief that doesn't involve any invasive surgery and doesn't involve any blind diagnosis, and also doesn't involve any risk of addiction. That was one gap that was there. The second was data. Yeah. When a woman goes into the clinician's office, whatever the clinician is looking at or seeing is just a snapshot of what's going on in that woman's body. You don't have any idea what happened 2 hours, 10 hours, 3 days, 2 days, 4 days, or what's going to happen 4 hours after she leaves the hospital. So what we're trying to do with our device is not just offer relief, but also track and monitor vital signs related to, first, women that are experiencing chronic pains. Endometriosis and dysmenorrhea are the top conditions and contribute the most to absenteeism and work at school. So if we're able to track and monitor vital signs that gives the clinicians the understanding, deeper understanding on how to diagnose this treatment, then what we presently see of diagnosis taking 7 to 10 years won't happen. So that's what we're looking at. All for pain relief,
but the bigger
capture that data that can be given to clinicians, not try to replace clinicians.
Yeah, of course.
For the doctors out there,
we need you. Of course. But the data will support.
Exactly. So when doctors run their diagnosis and analysis, that will be a good way. So we're building also from the clinician's perspective to understand how do you treat this say, condition at the moment. What are the gaps and what kind of information would you like to see? So from that perspective, we understand what we need to put in terms of features and what kind of data we need to collect to give to the doctors, and the perspective from the users themselves. We're talking to them to try to understand what kind of features would you like to see? What will make your life a whole lot better? Now, when we're done with the women that have the condition, our version 2 is going to involve every woman on the planet that just wants to know what's going on in my body. You're healthy, you want to keep being healthy. And if you think about it this way, if a device like Yuthera was around when you hit puberty, and from that very moment you've been collecting data on yourself, you will be able to understand what's going on in your body. You'll be able to predict things before they happen, so that's the gap we're hoping to close.
And notice the changes. And I think also and it might be in different communities. I'm talking more so maybe African communities or Ghanaian, if I narrow it down from my experience. We don't have these conversations around the body. If there's pains, okay, take paracetamol, or, it's just like, how do you articulate what this pain is? What does it mean?
Exactly.
As a young girl or as a woman, I feel like there's a big gap there as well. So if there's something that's a bit more normalized and can capture that and help people, educate people on what these conditions could be, that would be fantastic.
I mean, that's exactly what happened in my sister's case, and I'm sure it's the same thing for many women. There is no way to explain or show or validate what they're feeling. My sister kept talking about it, and they said she's having phantom pains. She's doing this because she wants to be given more opioids. She's an addict now, and that's what addicts do. But the pain was there. I remember her complaining, and then eventually she came over to Dubai, and then one female doctor was able to identify that she actually had fibroids that were hidden behind somewhere in her uterus. I'm not an expert in the female anatomy, but she kept talking about it. But none of the doctors, nobody caught it for years. And this is just one person's case, my sister. I'm pretty sure there are tons of similar situations out there where women don't have the data or have any way to show and explain exactly, this is what I'm feeling.
So right,
This is what I'm going through. So with what we're trying to achieve is a way that women can walk up to a clinician and say, look at this. My normal reading is this. It's been going funny. Or can you explain to me what this means? Now, we're not trying to offer diagnosis. We're just trying to offer the opportunity for the experts, the clinicians, to be able to assess things from a host of different data sets.
It's so important. And I often hear as well, in terms of just women being misdiagnosed, their pain not really fully understood or appreciated. So I think that's quite a common thing, unfortunately, actually, from, the community that I have in the network, where people have said, I've complained about this for so many years. I've seen 10 different specialists and nobody's really listening to me. So I think that's a big thing, unfortunately, that we experience as well.
And do you know why that happens? It's because most of the research that has been carried out on the female anatomy has been focused on one thing that benefits society: reproduction. Everything you see there is reproductive this, reproductive that, pills to stop you making babies, pills to make you have babies, procedures to make you have babies, procedures to improve fertility. Nothing stops to say, okay, can we understand the female body? And I was reading somewhere, I can't remember where exactly, but it says that what I read was that the female body was just too complicated for them to understand, that they just left it as too complicated, we'll sort it out later.
Wow.
So every single thing that has been created till now, I give an instance, like how we understood stroke in older people was from a man's perspective. So a female could be going through stroke and we won't catch it because it doesn't fall in line with what we know about stroke, because it was built based on what men do.
And also the lack of research or consideration then that's given to females, because it's quite worrying.
It's what this last 2 years have shown me. I was really, really shocked to my core, because I just didn't understand how it's been going on for so long. It's too complicated, so we'll leave it for now. We'll focus. Maybe I got it wrong, but from what I've seen and from the circles I've been in, it's the same. The same sentiments are being echoed.
Yes.
Women's health needs to be at the forefront, not something that's a niche, nice to have kind of situation.
I want to go back as well, because you've talked about allies. And I think actually I'm seeing more and more, just not even like health, whatever dynamic, I think women are trying to get better to actually come and constructively do things together and build. As a male, in terms of allies in this industry, what would you like to see? Because I think sometimes it might be difficult for you to be in the rooms having these conversations, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I find myself more and more recently being in rooms where I'm the only man.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, recently I went it was a talk organized, it was at the Shalhoub Group startup space. I can't remember the title now, but it was talking about women in the workspace and how the workspace should adapt us. I can't really remember what it was.
Okay.
And I remember walking to the venue and I looked in because there was this transparent glass window. And I just saw only women and I was so intimidated. I just went and sat outside. And then the friend who invited me sent me a message, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm outside. I'm too scared to come in."
I'm going to walk in the room and everyone's going to be like, "Oh."
And then she walks out.
Good.
And says, "Come on, no, I'll take you in." So we go in and unfortunately the only seat available was at the top, all the way at the top. So the host and the guests saw me and they were like, "Finally, a man has come in." And I'm like, "No."
We like to do these shout outs when there's like one man in the room.
No, I was trying to be small, but I don't know if you've seen what I look like. I stand out anywhere I go, so it was hard for me to hide. But that's what I've seen. Like I said previously at the Women's Health Week in the UK, it was more collaborative than any other space I've been in.
Good.
There's tons of people that are happy that men are coming into this because you do need men. It's not a gender war.
No, of course
it's not men versus women. It's not us versus them.
No way.
If there's going to be a change, we need to be allies. That's why I said that word is something that is going to be a pillar. We need to be allies.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of men out there that have wives, daughters, mothers, sisters, or just female friends that they care about and they want to be able to help. Like, I use myself as an example. I was hesitant to go into that space, even though I had good intentions.
Yes.
So there are certain men that would want to come into the space and help as well, but due to the narrative that you've seen on social media, mansplaining and all that stuff, they tend to just shy away from it. But to those men, I'm saying, just come out.
Yeah.
Let your voice be heard as well.
Yeah.
There's a way. There's space for collaboration.
Yes.
There's a place for men in this as well.
Yeah.
I give an example. For instance, I was talking to a room of people about what I was trying to build, and they were trying to understand the problem.
Yeah.
These were men, and I was telling them this is this and this and this, and women go through this, and you know this and this, and they were like, great. And one of them made a joke, "Are you transitioning?" And I just laughed about it. But then I just realized emotions wasn't going to work with this guy.
Yeah, you have to read the room personality.
So I said, okay, well, I'm not transitioning, but if I was, these were things I'll be concerned about.
Very good.
Now, if you look at it, if absenteeism impacts people in the work environment, it means it hits your bottom line. It hits your bottom line.
Yes.
If a woman loses this many hours per month due to the pain she's going through,
Correct.
you add that, multiply that by 12 months, and look at that in a year. Just roughly speaking, and based off estimates I've been calculating, we lose close to 128 million working hours.
Whoa.
Close to $100 million annually.
Wow.
To absenteeism.
Yes.
That can be related to dysmenorrhea and endometriosis. And then when they saw the numbers, then they paused and listened. They're like, show me the calculation. I'd like to see it. Just show it to me.
Yep.
You know, and I broke it down to them and showed it to them. So now if you have men in the room with women, not saying women don't know how to communicate, but men know how to knock the heads of men and say, listen. So there's a role that we both have in terms of getting the attention to be on the right thing, which is women's healthcare that needs funding and it needs the attention.
It's so good. Literally, when you're saying that, I was like, you need to speak the language. And obviously, you're a man, so you would know. And sometimes it is about actually how's this going to impact your business versus, what they might see as more emotional, whatever. But that's exactly it. And that's why men in the rooms having these conversations can build those allies.
Absolutely.
Which will support funding, because a lot of that funding will predominantly come from male founders, right?
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Yeah.
So I want to go into launch and what does it look like, and just talk us through, because you're still in the testing phase, or
So what we've done now is we are validating the vital signs that we feel are important to check. I am in advanced conversations with a gynecologist based here.
Oh, great.
I'm not going to
of
name
course.
drop yet, but
yeah.
she's an excellent professional. She's been working she has experience working with the NHS, and she also works with King's College Hospital here.
Oh, fantastic.
She's got over 25 years experience in gynecology, and she is also passionate about changing the status quo, changing the way things are.
Perfect.
With our product, we are talking to our product development team based out of Singapore. I've done some prior engagement with them, and we have a timeline of 6 to 8 months.
Oh, okay.
And we also have conversations here in the UAE for user testing, not clinical trials, user testing. And we've got contacts in Brazil, the UK, and Australia. So we want to test simultaneously. And just recently, I was going to be, I'm supposed to be put in touch with a hospital in Germany as well, because the plan is build, test, validate, get more data. We can't say we're a data-based company. And then we don't have data to support. Exactly. So that's where we are. But our timeline is we're looking to launch by last quarter of next year.
Fantastic.
At least the version 1 that just focuses on chronic
on the pain relief, and then you'll think about the data piece and collecting
correct.
that. That's so exciting.
Yes, it is. I'm really, really excited about it, because my sister, what my sister went through, I've started to see symptoms of it in her daughters.
Oh, really?
So I'm thinking uncle needs to get this out quickly, because sometimes when they hit during that time of the month, they have to be taken to the hospital to get injections because they can't move. And that's how the toxins get into your system. And these things build up over a period of time, and they impact you hormonally, mentally, and in so many other ways.
The consideration as well for you to think about, just generational as well. You've looked at obviously your sister, you've monitored patterns in your nieces as well.
Yeah.
Are you the only boy in the family?
Yes, I am.
That's what made
Trust
me think.
It wasn't great growing up with those girls.
I was like, you seem very connected to having like women in the household. Oh, we're not that bad.
Oh, women are. Oh my God. There's something I heard that like a brother will bully you and tease you.
Yeah.
A sister will cut your heart open and put rocks in it and stitch it back.
I've heard the same thing. I was like, ooh, that's a bit deep.
My sisters, I love them. They love me so much
now.
I'm like the egg. I'm like the apple of their eyes. But growing up, I was told many things. You're the ugliest person alive. Don't talk to girls because they'll spit in your face. You were adopted. Daddy saw you on the side of the road and said, "Oh, I need a boy," and picked you up.
Girls can be mean.
But that adopted thing is.
I mean, most siblings say I'm joking.
But I love them. I love them to bits. They're just we're really, really close. We've got our little WhatsApp group that we chat on all the time, share reels and stuff like that.
Yes, I could just tell. It's like you are either the only son in the household, or you've been in a family where there's a lot of females. Because I think the compassion and the awareness around the female body and just being able to articulate it so well as well. A lot of men don't want to talk about these things.
Trust me, I was a lot of men as well. Growing up, when I knew my sisters were on their cycle, I would avoid them.
Oh,
even when I was a grown man, 10 years ago or so. When I had girlfriends, I knew that on their period, I'll look for excuse not to
see them at that time.
Or I'll just treat them like they just need to be kept at arm's length. It's used to freak me out just thinking about it. But now I'm the one who's building a career and building a device to help that situation.
How interesting.
And I don't find it.
You speak about it
so
confidently as well. Yeah, so that's why I was quite impressed in terms of you just the awareness around it.
I guess sometimes you never know where your path takes you.
So right.
You know, I just feel every single thing I've done in life has brought me to here and now. And I really hope I'm able to find a solution.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to keep you much longer, but my very last question, what does the roadmap look like for you?
Well, we're trying to get the product out, and in order for us to do that, we're currently talking to angels, and we're still looking for more angels.
Yeah.
So angels out there, it would be great if you can reach out to us. And we're trying to fundraise a pre-seed round, basically to fund the product and get the right people around me, because like I said, collaboration is everything, and I need more hands to get this out.
Fantastic. And obviously you've come from that field in terms of like investment.
Exactly.
And
so I understand. Exactly. I understand the markets, but the people I worked with in the past were more early stage. So definitely we're more late stage.
Yeah.
So there's opportunity to get from those people. But at this point where we are now, we're just trying to talk to angels and looking at angels in the region and globally to see what we could get.
And you have the skill set to have those conversations. So I feel like, definitely.
Inshallah, as they say.
For sure. It's a cause, it's a purpose that's needed. So I'm sure the right companies, the right support, the right funding will be backing you for sure.
Hopefully.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's Talk DXB. Real conversations by real people.